There was something I wanted to react to. There's this gacha game coming out on global. It has a CN server, so this will be behind on the major release. But there's a complete English server for this coming out, for this gacha game. It's coming out with mobile and PC client, apparently. Or coming out at least on PC. I don't know to what extent. But the glorious part about their promotion for the English side of this game. Let me actually mute Peach real quick. Also, the game is called Reverse 1999. But the glorious thing about this release is there's a closed beta going on, or not, I think it's a closed beta. Yeah, it's a closed beta. But two, kind of like how Snowbreak came out, they're coming out with English voice acting right at the gate. And to be honest, it does not sound like an AI is behind it, at least. But I should rephrase. Hold on. Snowbreak does finally give out names for their characters, at least, which I'm glad about. But yeah. Yeah, Risu, I agree. The VAs sound amazing. To be honest, one of the voice actresses has me excited because they sound like a voice actress from FF14. I'll point out who, but this game looks aesthetically pleasing. And you know what the best part is? They have voiced story cutscenes and dialogue. They have voiced dialogue. Hallelujah! We're already better.
Since I can remember.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me I just needed to lower the volume a bit because it'll be overriding my voice and stuff.
I know very well that I'm alone. Until 1999, I seemed to see my mother.
So you have a mother?
I need to find her, and all the truth about 1999.
So it's like I'm sorry for pausing. Actually, no, I'll let it go on before I talk.
Apollo 11, Rivaldo. Never heard of them.
Our time seems to be going backwards, Regulus. From the countdown to millennium, the explosion of a supernova in the 80s, and I met you in the 1960s. Which past do you Manus Vindictae want to reverse?
The past with the right order.
It is imperative that you join us, Manus Vindictae.
Do I have the right to say no?
I ask that thou, who bravest the storm easily, answer 3 questions. Lest I indulge in thy suffering.
I'll join you.
Timekeeper, are you asleep? But life is precious.
At last, all the absurdities.
Would you please pass me my heel, the owner of the woods?
Cow! Careful with our gun.
In night, along the way, birds will return.
I'll indulge. Nico's like, I'll indulge.
Each moment now loved.
The storm that could reverse the world was caused by the original butterfly.
The storm is coming.
Well, hello, Blue Potch. It's nice to meet you. Alright, so before I talk about it, let me go check my oven real quick, because it might have preheated already, so give me a second. And then we'll discuss. Alright, I'm back. Just give me a second so I can set up a 30-second timer. Well, not 30-second, a 30-minute timer. Yeah, the art style is amazing. I agree. So, like this initial part here, at least the way they did this trailer is like very impressive, and it invokes a certain feeling. I'll explain in a second, but just rewatch this again.
Since I can remember, I know very well that I'm alone. Until 1999, I seemed to see my mother.
So you have a mother?
So this little bit like from like here to here, it feels like we're trying to create like a still image movie or something, but with anime-esque aesthetics to it. Like I can't tell if this is like an anime cutscene bit that's gonna happen in the game as like a little cutscene, or what. But the way they did the trailer and whatnot, it kind of it invokes an old school not old school it invokes like a movie trailer-esque kind of feel to it. Like with the like banter between two characters, and like, oh, they're getting to the point like, oh, there's like this major thing I have to figure out and everything, so I have come to this place to figure it out essentially.
I need to find her. This bit here is like so that's like either black water or black blood. I'm assuming it's black blood considering it's coming out of her hand, but there is some bits I've been hearing about this game. At least from Rexlent, because Rexlent, I only knew about this because Rexlent posted an image about it. It's like, this story is causing him some feelings, to say the least. So apparently the story in this game is actually really good. I need to make sure I gave them the right email for subscribing, because you can get into the beta so long as you're, I think, subscribed. It's just like they have to invite you. But apparently, you can apparently stream the closed beta or the beta of this game on the English side. So that'll be something for us to stream if we can get into there. Granted, we'll lose everything after the beta is over, but
The storm easily. Answer the question.
At least I assume that's the case, because it usually is. But this bit right here is such a big deal, because it's not the fact that they're just coming out with English voices for these characters that just say like random voice lines in the game.
Timekeeper, are you asleep?
You would think that this is just for a trailer. No. They're actually saying voice lines from the game. These are actual voice dialogue right here. At least, I feel like it is, because I did take a peek at one of the streams, and just to see if like, okay, I have to make sure that they're not baiting us with voice dialogue. They aren't. There is actual voice dialogue. Like they paid these voice actors not to just do like a little voice line for the characters for the gacha game. No. They made sure that they're also providing full voice dialogue for like story bits too. Now I don't know everything about this in terms of like the theming and the setup for it, but it definitely looks like it's going to be an interesting time. The combat seems to be like a strategic. I think they described it as a time travel strategic gacha game or something like that, or RPG. So like you can't just like brute force your way into this. You have to strategize a bit, or at least plan out your attacks better. This whole setup invokes a bit of like an Octopath Traveler vibe. I mean, not exactly, but it like gives the feel of that. Anyways, this is the
What if you could
so that was the introduction trailer to the yeah, the reveal trailer. Now this is the beta trailer, or the Utopia test trailer, as they call it.
Hello. Get your soul back to your body, rocking lads. Who is the boring fossil sound?
This character, I can't tell if it is or not, but she sounds so much like Cryo from FF14. But I can't confirm it because I don't think they gave the voice actresses names yet out for this character. Yeah, they haven't yet.
Asleep at this time of the day? Now wake up.
Wait a second, hold on.
The boring fossil sound.
Is that a sleeping apple?
Asleep at this time of the day? Now wake up to welcome the most venerated Captain Regulus. Here is my adventure.
That was a sleeping apple. Yeah, apple. Look.
To welcome the most venerated lads. Who is the boring fossil?
Look, it's you, Apple. You're asleep right now.
Now wake up to welcome the boring fossil soundly asleep.
You got a little basket, a head cap or something going on, and then like a blanket all wrapped up around you. I'm in the game. You're in the game.
At this time of the day, now wake up to welcome the most venerated Captain Regulus. Here is my adventure experience you should know about before we set sail. There's a storm. It took rock and roll away, but brought us jazz and the year 1929. Vertin, quite a nice person who saved my arm. She begged me to join the foundation, hoping I could work together with these weirdo arcanists. Sinetto, Vertin's sidekick. Stubborn, bull-headed like an old fogey. No one can tell she's Italian except for her hand gestures.
Wait a sec.
She's Italian except for her hand gestures.
Wait a second.
Stubborn, bull-headed like an old fogey. No one can tell she's...
Mamma mia, what are you trying to do to me, huh? Why are you complaining in the elevator? Just be quiet, please.
Except for her hand gestures. And meet our adorable wealthy lady Sotheby. She is this captain's
So, this is the Klee of this game. Except she's not small. At least I assume she's not small. I don't know.
Best friend forever. Next.
Yeah, that blew up.
Miss Druvis. Look at that elegant figure and noble manners. She has lovely green eyes. You can tell there are stories in them. And X, the strange fellow who always smiles. He's got countless...
I swear, I've heard of this voice actress before. I just don't know where.
New stuff. Sadly, most of his inventions are a bit far from useful. The next part is, bad news. That bloody reverse. It took away so many precious CDs of mine. But don't you worry. The smart Captain Regulus can always bring you her best collections. Now, let's have a treat for the ears.
So in Tokyo Game Show, along with Worth and Waves, because that's also going to be at the show, both of these are going to be at the show and showing themselves off to the world. But this game is slated to come out this year. So, we have our gacha game to play, potentially. but aesthetically it looks very pleasing. It and feels pleasing. Like they knew what theme they were going for and just ran with it. 6 gotchas. Are you interested at all with this Apple? Because I know because here's the thing. The setting is in 1999 Chicago with a old school sci-fi time travel aesthetic to it, or not aesthetic, a theme behind it. I like Unga Bungas. I'm too dumb for strategy, but its setting is pretty interesting. That's fair. I would say probably it deserves a watch to see how you feel about it. Because there is some gacha games that came out recently that were aesthetically appealing, like what was it called, Reborn Witch, but it didn't really take off because of how it was, or how it, I guess, due to other elements of the game. Like it could be aesthetically pleasing, but everyone else about it could have problems to it. Oh no, was it Reborn Witch or Revived Witch? I forget the name. I know it was another game under Yostar. And I think it only lasted like what, a year or two? But oh, there. Oh, by the way, I do not know if they're actually sponsored by it, but for whatever reason,
Rock music, radio station, and Dr. Pepper. The best match ever. Nothing, I mean nothing, can stop my date with rock and roll.
This apple can't agree more. If only this date were not taking place in this apple's bedroom.
I can't believe you complained about there being a radio show in your bedroom. What the heck, Apple? We're all having fun here, and you're sitting in your basket, ruining the fun. What the hell is that? But we have Dr. Pepper as a sponsorship for that game now. Hi, name. So it kind of automatically played to the next video. So let me go back. We were talking about this upcoming gacha game called Reverse 1999. Have you heard of it or seen any of the previews of it? And let's get rid of this stupid ad. That's totally a scam.
Hello? Get your
What do you mean slander? Look, like dude.
Rock and roll.
This apple can't agree more. If only this date were not taking place in this apple's bedroom.
How can you deny that? It's literally you, the apple. The apple has spoken. Man, another fucking gacha game. I don't got any more. That's absolutely fair. But the cool bit about this one though is that it has good voice acting into it. And the dialogue is voiced. You got enough. That's fair. That's fair. That's absolutely fair. It is crazy to me though that they're going the extra mile of voicing all this dialogue though. It is crazy to me. At least my blade in Star Rail is doing decent crit damage. Congrats on that.
In night.
Wait a second.
The introduction of the sun.
Cow! Careful with her gun.
Oh my gosh, wait a second. The apple literally is a character in the game. It wasn't just for the trip. The apple is actually a character in the game. how do I? Well, it's called making sure that I get all the progress and to unlock all the features, and I just log in to do dailies and log out, so I can farm all my resources. While being serious in only like a few gotchas. Granted, we've only been playing Snowbreak because I'm still trying it out, and I still don't know how to feel about it. There's some things I like, some things I don't like about Snowbreak. It's just a fun game to play on stream. Name is like I juggle many. Star Rail, DB Legends, Dark Knights, Blue Archive, maybe Genshin, maybe FGO and PGR. But optimizing, minimaxing, meta. We save those for the good gacha games. AKA the fun ones that I don't mind optimizing in. And so far, I don't feel like optimizing in Snowbreak. I had no need to do that in Snowbreak so far. PGR, though, is making me want to optimize and get better at it. So, there's that. This one requires strategy, which, for my logical mind, I like strategy.
A night along the way. Birds of
Oh, and Honkai, we don't stream Honkai. I do Honkai, but I don't stream Honkai because it's so easy to do our dailies. Mainly, I wanted to look at the Night Dude again.
Cow, careful with her gun.
Cause give me a moment. Victoria Excalibur. Okay, good. Okay, dude. They visually look look similar, but So I was curious because I saw that, so I was like, huh, this looks strangely familiar. There's a difference. It looks similar, but there's a difference. I wouldn't be surprised if it is Excalibur though. But I don't know why Excalibur or a knight is in the middle of Chicago. Like, why are you here in the middle of Chicago? The medieval times never even reached this place.
A night along the way. Birds have all returned.
Like, wait a second, let him cook. So you're playing bad gachas? I mean, let me rephrase. There's some gacha games that require less input than others to get good. Like Arknights, you can apply knowledge and difficulty when you wish to. You don't have to do full-on difficulty if you don't want to. You can just go in, farm resources, get your dailies and weeklies done, and then, you know, be done. So you can just farm up for the next banner. I enjoy Arknights when I actually do play it though, for like seriously. But sometimes I'm like, okay, I just don't want to play Arknights today, so I just log in and log out. Like Honkai, I enjoy it. But right now it's like that downtime, so I just log in, get my stuff in, and log out, and so I can be prepared for the next set of content that appears. So it's like for me, it only takes like a few minutes out of my day to do that. It's not that big of a deal. Handguard is similar. You're right. It looked very similar. Meta doesn't matter as long as you got your wife. Nothing else matters except optimizing. For this game, I don't even know. I think there's only like a couple characters that could be described as wife material, though. I'm pretty sure the rest of them are like actual children or something like that, or very young adults or college students. It's hard to tell with the way this game is, especially considering we're dealing with time shenanigans. The thing with Honkai and any other gacha like it is like the stamina. Give me more stam and I will play. Give me more sanity and I will not go insane. Yeah. Like gacha, like Honkai kind of, well, not demands, but like Honkai is a thing you just go in, do your dailies, spend all your resources, and then go out for the rest of the day. Arknights, you literally can just sit there, farm resources, and just be set. Like, it doesn't demand you to do anything extra. In fact, you can automate all the things you need to do and just set it off to the side while you do other things. And when you want to get serious, you can get serious when you want to. Which is probably why I always have like a rough time getting back into Genshin. Because like, you can't really, you know, make things go faster for you unless you actually go through the meta, and I don't want to be a meta slave to that game. Because that ruins the fun of the actual game, even though it causes me so much pain to actually keep up with the dailies in that game. So luckily, they are changing that daily system with the upcoming version update. Or during the series of the upcoming version with Fontaine, etc. Hopefully they'll change it in the same vein as Honkai has their system. Hopefully. Speaking of Honkai, speaking of Genshin,